So I started early in the 80s as a musician, worked for a lot of bands, worked as an arranger, worked as a producer, and after a short while I set up my own studio and started to work in the film business as a composer for film music. And that is my mainly thing what I do today. But I love, of course, to produce music. I've done a lot of bands, producing music, composing, arranging, and of course I set up my own workplace because you have the freedom to develop things, you have the freedom to shape things, and you can work with the artist in more freedom when you have your own working place, your own studio. First thing, I like high ceilings. This was definitely my first approach. And the next thing is, of course, a compromise to set up a room where you record and where you mix. This is normally, of course, a compromise because you need more open space in a recording situation and you need less open space in a mixing situation. And so the first thing I started to cover the roof, and the roof was really, really dead end. And I end up in a flat. It was so dry here inside that I say, oh, I have done too much. So, and then I order an acoustic guy, and then they bring up more life in the room with some diffusers. We set up some diffusers on the wall, on the roof. And so we open up the room a little bit more. I have 2 speakers in the front, 2 speakers in the back, the bigger one, and all these 4 speakers are connected to 2 big sub speakers. So if I play with the small speakers, I even have the sub speakers in the line with my amplifiers. And of course, this system has to be handled. And the next thing is, a totally different system is when I switch on the surrounds. And normally, everybody knows, a surround system has to consist with the same factories, with the same speakers. And you see on my systems that I have Strauss monitors that come from Switzerland, and I have Geitern that come from Germany, and I mix them up. I tried this before, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work in no way. It was a hell. And then when we set up a bigger Trinnov system, we try again to align different factories, different speakers, to build up a surround setup what works. And it came out that it really works. For me, it was a really great thing about this to say that I can then skip the surround speakers left and right. You see the center is still there. I can remove the left and the right, and the left and the right for the surround system are now the Strauss monitors, and it works really, really pretty well. And I'm really glad about it because then I can remove some of my different speakers. I have this still in the back, but I don't use it anymore. And this is what gives me a lot of freedom and gives me a continuity in my work.